Hello to everyone who is watching this gaming let's play on YouTube. I am Jordan Mustang 87 and welcome to what is now the start of another all-new let's play. And after just recently completing Need for Speed Underground, as of which the day I'm recording this is now February the 1st, still can't believe it's already February. Guess that just proves how fast time is going at the moment. But anyway, yeah. So, it's already February 2024, and what that also means is it's time for another Let's Play. So as a result of me completing the first Need for Speed Underground, I've now decided it's time for me to continue this miniature Need for Speed marathon, which I've now decided I'm calling it, although I basically decided that weeks ago. But anyways, point is, it's now time for the succeeding game to Need for Speed Underground. Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, as a result of the first Need for Speed Underground becoming a commercial success, EA thought it was only appropriate for them to make the next Need for Speed title a succeeder. Can't believe I struggled to get that word out, but anyway, yeah. They decided to give us a succeeder to the original Need for Speed Underground. And I gotta say, I've heard this game is really good, but I've also heard that this game has a lot of bugs. And the most notable bug I can think of which this game has would basically have to be the progression bug. Oh yeah. I should also mention you can actually rotate the car that's on screen. Now, if you were paying attention to my intro, you'll probably know that I've already created a profile. So, we are on the options menu because, well, as you can see here, I've turned off the music volumes because, well, if I don't, I'll be put in YouTube jail for a week, which basically means that I'll be put on a 1-week probation or suspension from uploading videos, and, well, I really don't want to have the experience of going to YouTube jail for a week, because I know someone who had that experience once before, and well, it was very unnice, to say the least. But anyway, yeah. So, Need for Speed Underground 2. Available to play for the PC, the Xbox, the GameCube, and the PS2. This game was first released for PC on November the 9th, 2004. The PC version then came out over here in Europe on November the 19th, and this game would also be released in Australia as well. So, Japan would get both the GameCube and PlayStation 2 versions on December the 22nd of 2004. The Australians would also get all 4 versions of the game, aside from us PAL region gamers and the Americans. It was released in America first because, you know, obviously EA is an American company. So, the console versions of the game first came out on November 15th, 2004. Then we here in Europe would get the we here in Europe would get all 4 versions of the game as well, but we would not get those until November the 19th. So basically, a few days after the console versions of the game were released, and this game is also the first one ever to officially feature the usage of widescreen mode, which I think is interesting, but, well, I don't really see the need to change anything here. That's fine just the way it is. But yeah, I mean, widescreen TVs were becoming a thing at this time, and basically, well, obviously video games needed to adapt. I'm going to assume the X and Y is probably the coordinates of where the screen itself needs to be positioned. So there's also gameplay mode. So we've got jump camera on, rear view mirror on, speedometer, we can either choose miles or kilometers. I'm going to go with miles because, well, I think miles to me makes more sense. We can also do the career difficulty, easy, medium or hard. I'm going to go with medium because, well, one thing that no one has actually managed to do when playing through this game on the PlayStation 2 version is achieve 100% and actually prove it, which is basically what I'm going to try and do. So, explore map mode. It should be mentioned this is also the first game to feature a world map. We also get race map, and we can also have our save options as well. So we got prompt, autosave, or we could just turn the save off. I'm going to stick with prompt because I'd imagine that's probably going to be where I'll be saving the game manually. We also get player settings as well. Of course, I'm obviously going to be keeping most of these on, except for the stability control, because, well, I don't need stability management. And controls are fine just the way they are. They're exactly the way I need them to be. I don't really think I need the vibration on, so I'm going to turn that off. Also get EA Games tracks. Unfortunately, I cannot play any of those because, well, I can't play most of them because, well, basically they'll no doubt be copyrighted, and even though I do have the audio off, yeah, I might as well save the game whilst I'm here. I should also mention the main car that we get from the main menu when we open up the game is technically Rachel Teller's Nissan 350Z. This is the car that we start with, but obviously we're not going to be up to that level at the very start of the game because, well, we have to work our way from the very bottom, just like we did with the first Underground game. So this is how you create a profile. So basically, you can either choose profile, load or save. I'm basically just going to show you how you create a profile. Now, I've already created my profile because, well, my name is already there. And basically, I'm not going to delete it, but this is how you create it. So, basically, you can just put in whatever name it is you want to put in. And once you're done with whatever name it is that you want to use, you just press done, and then your profile is created. That's basically how that works. You can also choose to delete a profile if you don't want to keep one, but that's just how you create a profile. You know, put in something random if you're really feeling up to it, and just press done, and then your profile is created. You can also load and save a profile as well. Of course, if I press load, there's only one profile which is going to be in here, and that obviously is my profile. And we also get options as well, which I've already shown. And fun fact, by the way, we can actually customize cars from the main menu screen, and these are the cars that we officially get without needing to do anything in the game. So we get the Peugeot 206, the Ford Focus, the Toyota Corolla. This car, by the way, is basically the AE86, if you're asking. The Nissan 240SX, the Peugeot 106, or Peugeot 106, the Vauxhall Corsa, also known as the Opel Corsa, if you're in any other part of the world. Now, the 106 is not available in the NTSC versions of the game because, well, I think this car is replaced by the Honda Civic, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically the wide model Honda Civic, in case if you want to know what make it is. So yeah, Vauxhall Corsa, the Cadillac Escalade. This probably is a car I might consider using because, well, we do get SUVs in this game and we do have to drive quite a few of those races. Also get the Nissan 350Z, which is basically the main car from the menu screen. Second to last is the Pontiac GTO. This is a car I might consider using in the career mode, providing I either choose this or the Mustang or whatever. And last but not least, from our customization car selection screen, we get the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8. So we also get online 2-player split screen, quick race, which is basically just you turning laps. The game just threw a glitch at me. And yes, I do have widescreen mode on, although technically speaking, since my TV is already at full screen, basically that's why the screen itself is much bigger than it probably deserves to be, but again, I do have the full screen settings on my PS3 because that's precisely how I'm playing this. And finally, we can now get down to the career. So we can either start a new career or we can load a career. Obviously, since I don't have anything saved regarding the career mode, except for my profile, which I only just created, let's now get started with career mode, and where we will basically be playing the same guy in this game that we played in the previous game. But there will be something different about this game compared to the first game. I can also say there will be an airport involved. But that's the only thing I'm going to reveal. So without further ado, let's now get on with our opening cutscene of Underground 2. Which, by the way, cutscenes in this game, they're basically like comic book pages, more or less. But anyway, let's now begin the career.
You're cleaning up out there. You took out Eddie, scored the babe. Have you thought about what's next? I don't think there's anyone out there that can beat you.
We like what we see. There's room in my posse for you, and I ain't taking no for an answer. What's it gonna be?
Hey, the party's kicking and they want their star. You better get here quick. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, everything's cool. I just had to take care of a a little problem.
I figured you might want to change things up to help clear your head. Can't say I blame you. Hey, listen. When you get to Bayview, my gal Rachel will hook you up. She's loaned you her ride. It's at the airport waiting. Now it's her baby, so be gentle. Good luck, bro. Be seeing ya.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Rachel, Samantha's friend. I heard your plane finally got in. Well, welcome to Bayview. Hey, if you haven't already guessed it, what you're hearing is the car's short message system, otherwise known as SMS. I don't know if you're familiar with it, so I set it up for first-time use. Read the instructions to find out how it works.
Okay, so basically the TLDR of that whole introductory cutscene is basically, like with the previous game, basically we best Eddie, and then we basically go onwards to become this unstoppable street racer, which I can assure you did not happen in the actual playthrough I did. And then basically there's a guy with a Hummer H2 who gives us a phone call on the SMS, short message system, as it says in brackets. Then suddenly afterwards there's a huge accident which the player cannot control. And then basically, after coming out of the hospital, we then decide, of course, to basically fly all the way out to a city called Bayview, which ironically is where we are now, and as you either can or cannot tell, we are parked outside of an airport terminal. And I am going to read through the full description of the SMS instructions, and for those of you who might be blind or dumb, no offense, but you know, this is for those who don't really seem to have quite as strong of an understanding. Try not to be offensive, by the way, but this is how the SMS works. Again, no offense. Welcome to the SMS, short message system. This is how you will receive information during the game. When you receive a message, the icon will flash and the arrow will indicate which direction to press to read the message. Mail message icons will vary in colour, depending on the type of information that the message contains. Race events will appear as the icon at the top of the message indicator. Pressing up will allow you to get more information on the event. Each race type will have a different icon associated with it. Pressing left will bring up the world map. This is the easiest way to view the entire city, and all of the races and shops you have discovered. You can also filter events as well as activate the GPS system here. Press down and you can access your career statistics. You can find... Let me start over. You can find out what your car's visual rating is, as well as your overall progress in the game. So, if I press triangle, we basically head straight to the mailbox, and then, of course, we can read the message again. I'm obviously not going to do that. And if I just press X here, then basically what happens is we will be thrusted straight into the game.
Now check out the mini-map. It's simple to use, but make sure you get familiar with it. This is the big city, you know. I need my ride back soon, so meet me at the car lot highlighted on the mini-map.
Yeah, whatever you say, Rachel. Now, the car lot is available here, and down there by the far right you can see the airport. Now, this is the only part of the city we've unlocked so far. Basically, we've only unlocked the city core. That's the only area we can head to so far, but as we go throughout the game, we will unlock all the other areas of the city, including the mountaintops, as well as also unlocking what is down by the harbour. And if I just press down, well, we get our overall career statistics. So obviously you got game completion status, bank, total spent on car, races entered, overall wins, win percentage. Also got 6 different types of races here. We got circuit races, sprint races, drift races, drag races, and 2 new forms of races that we have in this game are the URL, which is short for Underground Racing League, and Street Cross, which is basically just normal street racing, except for saying that it's street racing on enclosed racetracks, or more or less enclosed racetracks. So we also get rewards, the overall number of magazines we've won, the DVD covers won, sponsors signed, and also our total reputation for each of the stages, as well as our average reputation per race. And we also get the parts unlocked as well. So, nothing you can see is on the map. The races will show themselves on the map, but the one thing I can say is there are some races we need to do here before we head over to the car lot to see Rachel. So basically, we're more or less getting thrusted back into the racing. Literally only months after the huge wreck we had in the opening cutscene. Supposedly we were rammed by the mysterious antagonist. I'm not going to reveal his name just yet. But either way, we will be racing that guy eventually, and more or less getting our vengeance from what he did to us. So, yeah. And just before leaving you, in terms of the backwards compatible platforms, this can also be played on the Nintendo Wii, the Wii U, a certain model of the PlayStation 3, in other words the backwards compatible model, and it can also be played on Xbox 360 as well, which I think is the higher quality version, but I don't know for sure. Okay, anyways. I've spent enough of your time now rambling and explaining everything. Oh yeah, we can also deactivate the GPS if we really wanted to, which is basically how we do it. And as you can see, there's nothing there. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it regarding the details I can pretty much give you without doing any actual gameplay. And next time, we will officially be making a start with this game. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching this introduction, or at least part of it, and I will see you all for the start of this game, and where we will be doing a few things before heading over to the car lot, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, yeah. See you for the start of Underground 2.
No one get by, I need speed when I'm racing that strip. I got the bullet in the chip.